I mean, why we got into animation was like, or even just 3D in general, is that you can create anything in, like, you can just mash things together in a 3D software and you build whatever. Even just seeing how anime and has grown, like not just in Japan, but worldwide, right? There's definitely people who, they like the medium. Now it's just tell a more mature story through that medium.
I want to make the thing that I want to watch. And I think HK feels the same. There's just like a lack of that sort of stuff out there. And I think, with shows like Arcane on Netflix, it's kind of like approaching that, where it's like, oh, this is like very interesting. It's like a new sort of like subgenre of animation. It's not quite like for kids. It's not really like a super deep and philosophical thing, but it's in this interesting space. But there's all these different areas that we can explore still. Like maybe there is some sort of philosophical subgenre that we can dive into. Maybe there's something a little bit more deep in drama, interpersonal, that we can, it's almost like self-reflective when you watch it, that we can explore in animations. But I think a good gauge for, I think, the transition of animation as like for the public, not seeing it as a genre but as just a medium, I think would be the day that an animated feature wins an Oscar or something like that. And I feel like if we could position ourselves so that we can make those kind of films that could win an Oscar despite being animated, that would be sort of a good goal to hit, I think.
I think from a collaborative standpoint, I've never seen anything like what we're doing at Atrium. It just seems to be this freedom of this is really cool what we're doing, and I feel lucky to be a part of the whole process, and I kind of get that vibe from everyone else. Like this is really cool what we're doing and what we're all building.
If I want to work on projects that I dream of working, meaning animation, meaning fantasy, meaning everything around this, well, there wasn't really any choice. And now it's slowly changing, and with Atrium, it's on the whole another level.
The stuff that Love, Death, and Robots kind of talk about, not necessarily gory or anything, but just touching more on adult themes, like doesn't need to be dark either. It's just more real, more like I have a affinity for drama, like in terms of like the first thing that can pop into my head is like, let's say the first scene in Reservoir Dogs, having that complexity of characters, talking about stuff that adults relate to, and like it can sometimes get dark, sometimes it can get sad.
There's a sweet spot that hasn't been capitalized, so to speak.
Now there's no reason to be in LA because we have people like Jordan said in Hong Kong and in other parts of Europe, and on the west coast of the United States and the east coast of the United States. And now I can be where I want to be and still be part of such an amazing team and do what I wanted to do on this huge Hollywood level scale without having to actually move.
But everyone that I have met and worked with and collaborated with at Atrium so far has had, I would think, almost like an identical passion and an identical sense of balance, of professionalism, insane amounts of skill for what their niche is.
And I feel like as an investor, you should be banking on the new up and comers, the ones who are like just crazy passionate, who have like unlimited energy to like expel, even if they're not like these seasoned veterans of directors and whatnot. I think they make up for it in like just new novel ways to do things, but also just like let's just like do the best job that we can possibly do kind of mentality. There is another model which we're kind of exploring now, where there is a better way, and it does feel like once we figure this out, this could be a much better model than just like going straight to streaming, for example.